Hello, my dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you in Shri Jayendra Rank Zone. I am your friend and mentor for the subject Principles and Practices of Accounting. In this lecture, we'll continue with Chapter 2, that is Accounting Process. And we will begin with Unit 5, that is Cash Book. All the concepts will be covered in the coming series of lectures. So here, we are starting with lecture number 8, Cash Book. Let me introduce the topic to you. We should understand what is a cash book. What is a cash book, students? Cash book is a subsidiary book. It is a subsidiary book, but cash book itself does not serve anything. So basically, cash book itself serves as a cash account and bank account. So you can say that cash book contains cash account as well as bank account. So instead of making cash account and bank account separately, if we are maintaining a cash book, that equals to a cash account and a bank account. And after preparing cash book, what we do? The balances are entered in directly to the trial balance. Therefore, you can say that it is a part of ledger also, and hence it has also to be treated as a principal book. The cash book is thus both a subsidiary book as well as a principal book. So you had written over here that cash book is a subsidiary book. It is a replica of cash account and bank account. So instead of preparing cash account and bank account, if we are preparing cash book, that is okay. This cash book should also be treated as principal book. Okay. Let us read the text. So cash transactions are straight away recorded in the cash book, and on the basis of such record, ledger accounts are prepared. Therefore, the cash book is a subsidiary book, but the cash book itself serves as a cash account as well as bank account. The balances are entered in the trial balance directly from here. So, from cash book, we can enter the balance directly to where? To the trial balance. Students, it is not cash account, it is a cash book. So cash book contains all the details of cash as well as all the details of bank. The cash book therefore over here is a part of ledger also. Hence, it has to be treated as a principal book. The cash book is thus both a subsidiary book as well as a principal book. It could be asked in MCQ. Let's continue. Cash book meaning and features. So cash book is one of the subsidiary book which directly records transactions involving what? Involving cash. Hence, it groups together all cash related transactions. But in cash book, we also record bank related transactions. Bank related transactions also recorded in cash book only. Also recorded in cash book only. Okay. Let's see its features. Let's see its features. The first feature is cash book is a subsidiary book. So on the occurrence of any cash transactions, they are recorded where? They are recorded in cash book. Hence, we do not need to pass any journal entry. Hence, no need to pass any journal entry. From cash book, other aspects of the same transactions is posted directly to the ledger account. So we record transaction in cash book, and from cash book the transaction should be directly taken to where? Ledger account. I hope this first point, that is subsidiary book, is absolutely clear. Let's move to the second point, and that is it is a principal book. The cash book itself serves as an account, that is cash account as well as bank account, since the balances are entered in the trial balance directly. Hence, the cash book is a part of ledger book and should also be treated as a principal book. Format of cash book is also in the form of ledger account only. So the format is also same. I'll show you the format. The cash book is thus both a subsidiary book as well as it is a principal book. I hope you are clear. Let's move ahead and see kinds of cash book, types of cash book or kinds of cash book. Students, we have three type of cash book: simple cash book or single column cash book. This single column cash book is also known as simple cash book, where in case of amount we have only one column, and that is cash column. We have two column cash book and we also have three column cash book. So single column cash book having cash column only on both the sides. This is basically same as ledger account. Same as ledger account. Two column cash book having cash column and discount column, and having cash column and bank column on both the sides. This means we should understand over here, two column cash book can be prepared in two types. The first type is contain cash account and discount account. The another type contains cash account and bank account. So double column, we have cash and discount, we have cash and bank. Both are known as double column cash book. Let's see the third one now. Three column cash book having cash, bank and discount column on both the sides. Three column cash book. Fine. Let us go to point number 4, that is debit and credit aspects. So debit side of cash book for recording receipts. Receipts of cash will be recorded in cash column, and receipt of checks will be recorded in bank column. By way of introduction of capital, loans taken, cash sales, collection from debtors, income by way of interest, rent, bad debt recovered, sale of fixed assets and investments. Over here we have shown cash receipts. Over here we have shown cash receipts on the debit side. Let's see what we record on the credit side. On the credit side, we will record cash payments. Cash payments or bank payments through check. So credit side of cash book is recording payments of cash or check by way of drawing, loan repaid, purchase of inventory, payment made to creditors, salary, rent, advertisement expenses paid, purchase of non-current asset, that is fixed asset, and investments. and investments. I believe it is clear till here. Let us see simple cash book. Let us try and understand simple cash book. We'll continue with meaning of single cash book. I just told you that single cash book is same as cash account. I'm talking about the format. So simple cash book is also called single column cash book because we have only and only one column amount case. We have only and only one amount column, that is cash. Okay. Let's see the contents. So on the debit side, we will record what? All cash receipts. While on credit side, we'll be recording what? Cash payments. The difference between debit and credit side, that would be closing balance, is written as buy balance carried down. Generally, buy balance carried down comes on the credit side. So on the credit side of the cash book, let's see the note. Cash balance cannot be negative. That is, cash payments cannot exceed cash receipt. Supposingly, we have cash receipt of 10,000. So cash payments would be either equal to or less than 10,000. I hope it is clear. The closing balance of this period will brought forward to the subsequent period by writing as to balance brought down. So it's quite simple. Over here we had closed it. So in the next period we'll continue, but this is the opening balance. This will work as an opening balance in the next period. Opening balance of next period. Let's continue. Let's see the format of single column cash book. It's quite simple. So this is a cash book. We have date, receipts, ledger folio, amount. Credit side, date, receipts, ledger folio, and amount. What we will record in receipts? So over here, this is the opening balance of cash. To balance brought down. This is opening balance of cash. By balance carried down, this is closing balance of cash. Closing balance of cash. This is cash receipts from various transactions. Cash receipts from various transactions. We had already seen the transactions. Sale of fixed assets, sale of inventory, etc. And payments made basically. So this is cash outflow. Payments made is cash outflow. I believe you understood this. Let's see the note. There is no journal entry passed for recording in cash book. One aspect involving cash is directly recorded in the cash book and another aspect is directly recorded in the relevant ledger account. Okay? Let's continue with the next concept, and that talks about double column cash book. Double column cash book. So there would be two columns as I shared with you. On both the side, we have bank column, cash column, and we have, or we could have, cash column and discount column. cash column with discount column. Let's continue. Let's see the meaning. Double column cash book has two amounts column on both the side. That is 2 each on debit and 2 each on credit. So 2 each on credit, this could be cash column. Cash column would be there for sure. And it could be a bank column or cash and discount. Same happens with debit column. We have cash, discount. We could have cash, bank. Let's continue. Double column cash book may be maintained in the following manner. The first manner, that is cash and bank column. Debit side of recording. So what we will record on the debit side in cash and bank column? We will record cash, receipt and bank receipts. What we will record on the credit side? The payments. Yes, cash payments and bank payments. That is check payments. Cash and discount columns on the debit side, what we will record? Cash receipt, obviously. And discount allowed. On the debit side, we'll record what? Discount allowed, because discount allowed is treated as an expense. And as a nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses. We should debit it. So discount allowed. To whom we will discount allow? To debtors, obviously. Credit customers, which are also known as, the popular name is debtors. I hope it is clear. What we will record on the credit side of cash and discount column in the cash book? We'll record cash payments and discount received. We'll record discount received. From whom we will receive the discount? From credit supplier. From credit supplier, the popular name is creditors. The popular name is creditors. I hope you are clear till here. Let us move ahead now. Write the notes with me in relation to this. If cash and bank columns are maintained in cash book, then discount related transactions are recorded in journal proper. Okay. Write the next note. If cash and discount column are maintained in cash book, are maintained in cash book, then transactions, bank transactions are recorded where? Are recorded in journal proper. Okay? Let's see the nature of accounts now. Nature of accounts. We'll start with cash first. We'll start with cash and we'll see nature of accounts. So cash column represent in cash account, it is a real account. Real account. Closing balance. So cash balances cannot be negative. The closing balances cannot be negative. As I just told you that the payments can't be more than receipt. Since payment cannot exceed receipts thereof, so this column will always have a debit balance. So we'll always have debit side total greater than credit side total. This denotes what? Debit balance. Debit balance. Closing balance is written on the credit side as by balance CD, right? Written on the credit side, but it will denote debit balance. Why? Because the debit side totals is always bigger, always larger as compared to the credit side total. Okay. Let's see the nature of bank account. This was the nature of cash account. The nature of bank account. So bank column represent what? Bank account. It is a personal account. It is a personal account. Students, I told you bank account is a personal account, is an artificial personal account. Artificial personal account. And the rules we already know. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor, or debit the receiver, credit the giver. Let's see how we will be recording the closing balance. So if debit side total is greater than credit side total, this means what? Favorable bank balance or debit bank balance. Debit balance or favorable balance. Written on where? Which side? Credit side. By balance carried down. Written on credit side, but the total of debit side is more, so it is a debit balance written on credit side. If the credit side total is greater than debit side, this means what? This is the overdraft balance. Overdraft balance, bank overdraft, which is written on debit side to balance carried down. This is a credit balance. Credit balance. I hope you are clear till here. Let's see the nature of discount. Nature of discount. So discount column could represent two things, that is discount allowed, debit side, discount received, credit side, nominal account, nominal account. Let's see the closing balance. Discount columns are not balanced. They are totaled and entered in the discount amount in the ledger. The total of discount column on the receipt side, that is debit side, shows what? Total discount allowed to customer. It will be treated as an expense and that is why it is to be debited. Nominal account rule. My dear students, the total of discount column on payment side, that is credit side, shows what? Total discount received from supplier. This will be treated as an income credited. Nominal account rule. I believe it is clear till here. Okay, let's continue. Let's see these notes in relation to this. So, cash and bank is an account since they have debit as well as credit columns on both the sides of cash book. Debit side, left hand side, right hand side, credit side. However, discount allowed and discount received are not accounts as they do not have columns on both the sides. For discount allowed, one column exists on the debit side. For discount received, one column exists on the credit side. Hence, a separate ledger account is opened for discount received as well as discount allowed in the ledger only. Let's continue further. Let's see the format of double column cash book. The format of double column cash book. So we have date over here. We need to show what? Cash and discount column. Over here we have receipts. We have cash. Discount allowed on the debit side. Then we have payments. Cash and discount received. Discount received. Over here we could add one more column. Date. Date. Let's move ahead. Cash and bank column. On the debit side we have date. Then we have receipts, cash and bank column. Over here we have date, payments, cash and bank column. Cash column and bank column. I believe you are clear till here. Let's continue and write these notes. Closing balance. Closing balance of bank may have debit balance or credit balance. But, right, however, for cash, it's always shows or always have debit balance only. Okay, students, over here in format of two column cash book. Just look at over here, two column cash book. We have these columns, that is date, receipts, cash, discount, date, payment, cash and discount received. So over here in receipt, first of all we'll write to balance brought down, that is the opening balance of cash. Opening balance of cash, discount won't be there, but there would be some amount in terms of cash. Then we will write to receipt. Receipts will be there. There would be few daters who will be making the payment and taking some discount also. In terms of payments, we have several payments, so we could write by payments. Over here we will write by payments. Then there would be several creditors to whom we are making the payment. And at last we have closing balance. So by balance carried down. Cash balance is totaled over here. Total of cash balance. Discount received won't be totaled. Discount allowed won't be totaled. This would be totaled. So total, total. I hope you are clear. Cash and bank columns. Cash and bank columns. Again we have on receipt side to balance brought down. That is the opening balance of cash as well as opening balance of bank. To receipts in cash as well as in bank. There would be few debtors would be making the payment in cash and bank both. In case of payments, just write by payments. Various payments will be done. The creditors will pay us. We'll be paying our creditor. We'll be paying to our creditor. So it will come under, or it will fall under the payment side. And at last, the closing balance. So by balance carried down. Cash and bank, both the column will be totaled over here. Cash and bank, both the column will be totaled over here. I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead now. Let's see triple column cash book. Triple column cash book. So triple column cash book has three columns or three amount columns on both the sides. Debit side on the left hand side and credit side on the right hand side. That is, we have a cash column, we have a bank column, and we also have a discount column. Discount received as well as discount paid. Discount allowed will be on the debit side and discount received will be on the credit side. So the payments, the principles of recording are same as we had learned in previous questions. So all the principles are same. Let's see the format. We have date, we have receipt, then we have cash, bank, discount allowed. Over here we have date, payments, cash, bank, and you can write discount received. Discount received. Are you clear with the format? Let's see the advantages. So cash and bank accounts are prepared simultaneously. So saving of time. There is a considerable saving of time. Let's see point number B, that information regarding cash in hand and bank balance can be obtained simultaneously. So you will get both the information, cash in hand as well as cash at bank. If there are more than two or more bank accounts, the firms can introduce multiple column in the cash book, one each for various bank accounts. Students, I try to make you understand this point. This means what? That over here, triple column cash book means there would be a column of cash, there would be a column of discount, and there would be a column of bank. But the company is having three bank accounts. In that case, we have bank 1, we have column for bank 2, and we have column for bank 3. So on the debit side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amounts column. And on the credit side also we have cash, we have discount column, we have bank 1, we have bank 2, and we have bank 3. So there could be a company which can maintain more than one bank accounts, and in real life generally it happens that companies maintain more than one real cash bank accounts in several banks because of the various reasons. So that is why you could say there would be 10 amounts column, 5 on the debit side and 5 columns on the credit side of triple column cash book. I believe it is clear. I believe it is clear. Okay, so we'll continue with contra entry. Let's see the meaning first. Intercolumn transactions, cash deposited into bank or cash withdrawn from bank for business etc. are recorded both sides, that is debit side as well as credit side. This is called contra entries. In simple terms, I'll try to explain you. Supposingly there is an entry, you had deposited cash to bank, deposited cash into bank. So you will pass entry as bank account debit to cash account. This entry relates to a contra entry. This is a contra entry. Why? Because there is a cash column involved as well as there is a bank column is also involved. Cash is involved and bank is involved. Both is involved. So this is a contra transactions. There could be another entry that talks about withdrawal of cash from bank. So this entry could be cash account debit to bank account. This entry is also a contra transaction. These two transactions are contra transactions. I believe you understood. Need. Contra entries arise in two columns, cash book with bank and cash columns, or three column of cash book, that is bank, cash and discount. What treatment we will do? I had already explained you the treatment. So in case of contra entry, the amount is entered in the bank column and cash column on appropriate either debit or credit. Such entries will be marked with a capital letter C in the ledger folio to indicate what? To indicate that these transactions are no further posting is required. Okay, fine. Let's see the transactions now. Transactions could be cash deposited, cash deposited into bank, or cash withdrawn from bank. What treatment you will do in the bank column? Cash deposited into bank. We will debit bank column of cash book. What treatment you will be doing to the cash column? So we will credit cash column of cash book. Over here, cash withdrawn from bank. What treatment you will give to bank column? Credit bank column of cash book. And over here, we will debit cash column of cash book. Is it make sense to you? Yes. Just see this note. Check received from the customers on a day and deposited on a subsequent days. In certain case, when the check is received from a customer, it is treated as if it is a cash receipt. Hence, it is recorded in the cash column of the cash book. Student, it is very crucial. You have received check and you have not received the cash. But you should understand, you have received check but you are giving treatment as if you have received the cash. So what would be the journal entry for check received? Journal entry for check received. Cash account debit to debtor account. Cash account debit to debtor account. I think we are clear. Let's move ahead. When the same check is deposited into bank, it is recorded by a contra entry as if cash is deposited into the bank. Are you clear? So when we deposit the same check into bank, what journal entry we will pass? Journal entry passed for deposit of check into bank. So when you received the check, you have treated as cash. So when you are depositing the check, you will be treating it as cash only. The journal entry would be bank account debit to cash account. Bank account debit to cash account. Okay? Students, I believe you must have understood till here. This was contra entry transaction. So basically we have learnt one thing, that contra entries should be marked with capital letter C, capital letter C on both the side, on both the sides, debit side and credit side. Okay, students. So we'll keep this lecture till here only, and we will continue further in the next lecture. Thank you.